Hi everyone and welcome to lesson 10.1, Properties of Volume. The definition of volume is the measure of how much a 3D surface will hold, or the capacity. Now we have already figured out how to find the surface area of a 3D object, but not the volume. The volume and the surface area of a 3D object will not necessarily always be the same thing. Volume is measured in cubic units, meaning inches cubed, centimeters cubed, or cubed inches, cubic inches, or cubic centimeters. But that is for a solid. But for the volume of a liquid, it's traditionally measured in liters or gallons. Some postulates to go along with volume, or rules, is the uniqueness property. It tells us that every polyhedral has a unique volume. The congruency property tells us that two congruent figures have the same volume. So if you have a can of pop and your friend has a can of pop, and they're both Pepsi and they're both 12 ounces, they have the same volume. The additive property tells us that the volume of two solids not overlapping is the sum of the two volumes. So if you would stack your two pops together, the volume of your two pops would just be the sum of the volume of one pop and the other pop. The box formula tells us that volume of a box is the dimensions of the box. So the volume equals the length times the width times the height. An example of using the box formula is if we have a cube. So if we can recall, we'll draw our cube here. So if we give this side the length of 2, this side the length of 2, and our height of 2, we'll use our box formula to know that our volume equals 2 the length times 2 the width times 2 the height, which equals 8. Now another way you could have thought of this, and this is only true for a cube, is that this equals 2 cubed. So when finding the volume of a cube and cube only, our volume will equal the side cubed, and the cube root of our volume will equal the side length. For this example, we're going to use the box formula. So first, we're going to construct our box here. And we're going to label it 6 inches by 12 inches by 18 inches. So we want to find the volume of this box. If we can recall, our box formula is length times width times height. So our volume will equal our length of 6 inches times our width of 12 inches times our height of 18 inches, which equals 1,296 inches cubed, or cubic inches. Now, we're also going to find this in cubic feet. So to find this for cubic feet, we have to convert all of our inches into feet first. So 6 inches into feet would be 1/2 foot, because there are 12 inches in a foot. So 12 inches would equal 1 foot, and 18 inches will equal 1.5 feet. So to find our new volume, we're going to have to go 1/2 is our length, our width is now 1, and our height is 1.5, which I'll turn into an improper fraction so that that also equals 3/2, just for multiplication purposes. This equals 3/4. If you wanted to, you could also have written this as 0.5 times 1 times 1.5, which equals 0.75. Oops, I forgot my label. So this would be 3/4 feet cubed, or 0.75 cubic feet.